So yeah, this was last time I played this game was pretty fucking crazy. I don't even know how to recap. I have no idea how to recap this.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
So the big bad revealed himself more and basically got the Canada wildfires here in the kingdom. But Joshua, Clive's brother, and Clive teamed up.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
They merged into one beast. And they defeated a dragon man.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Then they went to space. They went to space.
Clive. Godspeed.
This music is pretty cool. Oh.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Off you go then.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Alright, lore dump.
Beneath these
thank you,
darkened
Desert.
skies,
Appreciate
fear
the raid.
and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom
Place is
teeter on
fucked.
the brink of collapse, While the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire, Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos.
No.
It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Yeah, so magic bad, and, you know, we're fucked. Everyone's fucked. Well, say what you want about the game not playing like Final Fantasy, but it feels like it, especially after last time and now, where the world is just, like, changed and, you know.
Oh, the moon.
Again, you go from punching rats to killing God.
Is a storm
The world
commencing?
has changed. War has changed.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
Why he a jerk, though?
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive.
Moss the
Even
Pikmin
without
dog.
this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom.
Ample
We will
bosom.
always be grateful for
That's
it.
what I have. Ample bosom.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Yeah,
Good
Ben
morrow to you, my
Ben
friend.
Starr does the voice of Clive, and
I have compiled some new entries.
he
If you
did a
would
little
like to see
meme.
them.
He's like, "It's a me, a Mario. I'd like the role of Mario. It's a me."
I have quite the find for you today. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. You are always welcome, Clive.
He seems like a good lad. I hope he gets more voice roles because he's quite talented. Skipped bonus lore? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This isn't going to be the most detailed playthrough of this game.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Pinecone, why you no play game 100%? All right, so yeah, let's go do these quests, I guess. Where's Joshua? Oh, there is a plus quest here somewhere. I'm looking for it on the thing here, chat. Do you see it anywhere?
They said they'd give us new clothes. But we've no coin.
He's sleeping. He's in a back to tank. Okay. Well, it says there's a plus quest here, but I don't see it.
Then we're all doomed.
I still don't see it.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
There's a storm coming soon. Will there be thunder?
Thunder. Check your desk. Oh. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe if it weren't just the leather was on his mind, maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his private. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go ahead and ask the old bastard what's gotten so hot and bothered.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case. Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword.
Boob.
An
Oh.
odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
There's a lot of quests.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalimil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
I mean, I guess we'll do that now. Guess we'll do this now. Just because there's so many things that one could do. Well, we have to do 2 things here now, so that's good. Payback is a good side quest, though I think you're temporarily locked out of doing it right now. Wait, what? What's going on here? You have to do the main quest first. This place is dark.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
So, chat, do you think... No, you haven't? Oh, cool, okay.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough.
Right.
Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself.
So Clive can solve this problem by slicing them in half with his sword
talk like adults.
and pounding on his titties like Donkey Kong.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid.
Clivage.
And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Is this the part where Clive just has to solve problems for everybody until the story picks back up again? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Haven't we had enough fighting?
Well, I'm looking for the
wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track.
Oh.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Do yourself a
Pardon the
mischief.
Intrusion, but
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
This old guy's gonna beat the shit out of Clive. Do not redeem!
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
Manservant.
An audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalimil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Oh boy! I knew it was going to come to this. I knew Clive was going to have to kill. Boy, well, we'll try Bahamut a little bit. See what's going on there. You got this, Pinecone. Do you think, Final Fantasy 17 is going to be...
Fucking thieving.
A gross dystopia city
Cannot let those thugs
with
get away
helicopters and motorcycles? Like 7? Yeah, like Final Fantasy 17 could be just Final Fantasy 7 again.
Ready, go?
You know what? They should just make Final Fantasy 7 again. Oh, wait. I enjoy doing that. But yeah, this game didn't quite reach sales expectations. Which sucks because I do think it has a lot of... It kind of feels like a mishmash of a number of different influences. But going the realistic fantasy approach... Like, but, you know... I'm talking more like Witcher and Game of Thrones... Which, again, I know I mention every time. That hasn't quite been done, right? I mean... I guess not for this series. Well, probably... Tactics? Oh yeah, Tactics probably makes a little bit more sense, yeah. N12, N12.
Company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Wait, what the fuck is this Wings of Light move? Gotta dodge with it? Okay. I don't know how much I like that. Oh, I see. Okay, so if you dodge, you get... Nope, that's not good. That's not good either.
I'm hurt, Torgal. Help me, boy.
Wait, Mega Flare 1? There's more Mega Flare?
Help me, boy.
Probably need to... Oh, I dodged! Good! I forgot how to dodge entirely. Yeah, I don't know how much I like that. Oh, man. Oh! It's great if you can dodge consistently.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalimil.
Giga Chat is amazing. I highly recommend. Oh, cool.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects.
Rewards you with a constant
What
rain
should
of
I call
damage.
you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should
Redeem
suffice,
looks
yes.
like Colin Mockery.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Really?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself. And
He just had that on him.
Fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield.
Uh-oh.
And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Redeem! We mustn't dawdle.
No, not Redeem!
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
I guess I should do this now. May as well do all the side quests before heading home. Oh, I'm not doing side quests. I'm just doing main quests. The only side quests I want to do are the plus ones, because those are the important ones. Oots!
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there. I told Nan we flew back on the Phoenix, but she walloped me for telling fibs. Can you tell her it was the truth, Clive?
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
Eh? Look what I got. Unobtainium.
Whetstone. Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valestia.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy now.
You're walking in my right ear.
Much better. I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right.
Got him now.
I will.
Maybe, I don't know. Does anyone here know Tony Hawk? Could you tell Tony I said hi? Diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword. His name is Anthony Hawk. Sorry, can you tell Anthony Hawk I said hello?
Trouble with your gear, or... What's saying forging, dear?
Yeah, but what was that words? Was that for your dear?
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Not bad if it's judging someone's self. Myself. Not bad.
No scratches, right?
Yeah, not bad if I say so myself. We.
You can thank me later. Anything else?
Fucking!
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
The third leg.
To pool our resources and save the
Sorry, that was
city
unnecessary.
ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit.
I'm glad
See if
you're
you
laughing
can't
at this
convince
shit,
him of
chat.
his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Chat's too busy to making the same Jill joke to laugh. Oh, they post that emote? I don't even know what that emote is.
They are. Picture it, Conrad.
It's just a stare frog.
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady.
Pleasure is all mine.
Be my butterfly!
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Kanver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
I'm surprised they're giving Jill something to do.
Are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalimil is not to be trifled with.
I mean, realistically, Clive could just turn into a fucking fire dragon and torch all the bandits with no difficulty. This game teaches me that all problems in the world can be solved with extreme violence.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Lord of the Rings reference.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Well, I thought Clive's acting
Thank
was
you,
great.
Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know.
Appears I have no choice.
Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Mummy! Mummy, I'm scared!
Good news.
I don't know why I'm doing that.
Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn.
I imitate things I hear. I don't
No
know.
longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Going from the immense high of the previous stream of this game down to, like, help the random people, you know, it's just, honestly.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit deflating. Not that this stuff is, like, particularly bad, and again, it's world building, but I think it's a me problem as well. Just trying to use this move and see. But again, you know, you can't just continue to ramp up things over and over and over again. I was trying, chat. I see. I understand. I need to buy some potions. Like, again, yeah, you can't just have crazy and then more crazy and then more crazy. But a lot of the... I don't know, a lot of the side stuff... It's hard to explain why it's not really working for me, but it's not. It's not bad. It's just kind of there.
Farewell.
I think I kind of know why. On some level, and tell me if maybe this is, I'm just trying to figure out why my interest levels wane. I'm not trying to say, like, why is the game bad, because, you know, people get different things out of different things, right? But here's my theory. Maybe it's because there's not a ton of, like, well-developed or overly developed side characters, whereas a lot of other Final Fantasy games, you have a party. And when they do give you the side quest stuff, I'm gonna die.
Help me, boy. I failed.
When they do give you the side stuff, it's usually like, I don't know, I find that the other side characters that we've faced to be a little flat. They're just kind of there. They're fine. But it's not like, okay, here's Sid Highwind. Let's go to space with him because his dreams of being an astronaut have come to a screeching halt, and here's why. Oh, there's the shop. And then, you know, you learn more about his character while other stuff is happening.
Are you looking for something in particular? Here you are. An excellent choice.
Team characters feel non-existent. Well, I like Gav. I like Sid. Not Clive Sid, but other Sid. Like, I definitely enjoy the characters that do show up when they do. Dion was cool. Joshua was cool. Like, there's definitely characters that work for me.
I'm ruined.
The villains were pretty good too. Like, I enjoyed Hugo and Benedicta. I like the old lady.
No women folk have come.
Like, there's a lot of characters that you get a little bit.
He's all yours.
But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I feel like something's missing. But like I said, I probably said this in a previous recent Final Fantasy XVI stream. But I wonder if I played Final Fantasy VII for the first time, like today at my current age, what would I think of it? How would I feel about it? Because I have played other games that people hold precious years later, like Earthbound, and I loved Earthbound. Same for, you know, Mother 3. So I don't know. Your expectations are increasing as you age with your games. That might be part of it too. I mean, it could be a number of different things. But I also feel like, you know, Skies of Arcadia is another example of a game that has a lot of stuff that I don't look forward to when I do a replay of that game. And I love that game. I will say, last time I played Final Fantasy VII several years ago, I thought it was still good. So yeah, I'm sorry that these streams sometimes turn into, oh my god, this is amazing, I love this game, and then it's like, well, why isn't this game working for me? I know that's probably not what some of you want to hear every other time I play it, but I think it has pacing issues. And, you know, I'm trying really hard to figure out if that's a me problem or if it's a game problem. But, you know, it's hard to separate yourself from the equation. There you go. If Final Fantasy VII Remake didn't happen, would you have replayed Final Fantasy VII by now? No, probably not. I probably would wait a little bit longer.
Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
I think it might be a play only while streaming problem, says a chat member. Another chat member said that this is a common complaint that people have. I think, honestly, there's a chance if I wasn't streaming this, I probably would have given it up at a couple points.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Hell, I gave up Xenoblade Chronicles, and that game is a fucking classic, and I loved it.
You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Okay, one quest down. I mean, if I really wanted to be, like shitty, I would just fast forward through the dialogue, because that's a lot of this is just waiting for people to finish talking.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Healers still exist? The world is in shambles.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
They were too fast.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Oh yeah, I also, Witcher 3 is another game I gave up on. I put like maybe 15 hours into it. 20, something like that. That was another one.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
I know,
No
and
use
that was
calling them
another
Rosie
great
now.
game. So it's not just JRPGs by any means. I've picked up and didn't really finish a lot of great games. Well, it's also when the game comes out. Sometimes a game comes out at just the wrong time in my life, or there's so many other things to play. But I did like The Witcher. There was a lot to like
Clive,
there.
wounded.
Granted, Jerry didn't have big naturals like Clive, but that's
Deal with
okay.
the Akashic first.
Wow, there goes most of that charge. Do you get more from dodging for this? A lot more? Oh, okay. It's just, I don't know when a spider is about to attack is the problem. Okay, I have to upgrade some stuff now.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Hmm. I don't think I've heard that said like that before. Yeah, Wade is the fake Paul McCartney guy.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them!
Oh shit, they're snapping one off, chat.
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
The other thing I wanted to talk about for a second was Turok 3 is getting a remaster. Which, the Quake video that Johnny uploaded today. I played Quake 2 a couple days before it was announced.
Mad dogs.
The good thing about this remaster is, well, here's the problem. Turok 3 was never really finished. game had a lot of problems. It's good. I remember liking it, and it's like Half-Life in a way. But it just ran like shit and looked bad. But
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's.
looks like they're doing a lot of work on it.
I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Oh, you know, just snapping one off.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Oh, it does charge a lot faster if you just stand still. Weird. Yeah, so I still need to upgrade my skills, but just real quick. So yeah, the Turok 3, when I mean it wasn't finished, I mean there was a lot of things that felt unfinished or just like kind of broken. I feel like it was rushed a bit, and they didn't want to be as gory as Turok 2, and again the frame rates were just atrocious, and the draw distance. It was an ambitious game on, at that time, pretty limited hardware, but it is pretty good. I remember thinking it was actually like way better than like level-wise. I liked it better than the confusing levels of Turok 2, and I like Turok 2's levels, but 3 just felt more like Half-Life. So yeah, I think it could be good. Night Dive is doing it, and they're updating the models and the textures and the frame rates and the resolution. It looks like the corpses no longer just fade away. And it looks like there's restored, like, cut content. So it might actually be a good one. It's not usually talked about as highly as Turok 1 and 2. But I do think with a good remaster, it has the potential to be a good shooter. Unfortunately, I doubt they're gonna do the multiplayer because, well, they might, I don't know, but truthfully, they should just do Rage Wars. Yeah, Star Wars Dark Forces is getting a remaster too, which I played some levels of, what, like last year? Like January? Oh, okay. So yeah, Night Dive is just doing some great work. And I hope that when Turok 3 is out, it's good and I'll have a chance to actually stream it. Any interest in the Ahsoka show? I talked about it. I've seen the episodes. I kind of wasn't paying full attention. I think it's okay.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for East Pool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Excuse me. Okay. What move was good? Well, there's Giga Chad. I could get Giga Chad in it, right now, actually. Worth? Oh, you can reset all? Oh, damn, okay. Now that's true laziness.
Just patch me up as quick as you
I'm trying to think of other remasters. I mean, Turok 3 was definitely not expected, because I didn't think they would want to remaster that and not sell. But if the game ends up being good, maybe word of mouth would, you know...
Have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
People might buy it. Oh. Why are you looking down, dude? Oh, because the left stick. Oh, the left stick. Oh, the left stick. God damn it. No, it was the left stick to aim. Meanwhile, the right has been aiming the camera this entire game.
I'll be fine now. You're finished.
System Shock 2. Well, that could be one that they probably will do. But, yeah, Rage Wars is my only other one that I would love. I mean, honestly, it's a shame that the Blade Runner game ended up being so difficult to port over. Disease Chocobo, what do you want from me? Wow, I really can't get that timing down.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? Help me, boy. Well done, Torgal.
So, okay, here's the problem. I thought you could move around while you were in Giga Flare. You cannot. You can't, but it slows down time. Well, that's good. And it charges pretty quick, too. Whoa!
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
You think Paul, Sir Wade is gonna sing a song when he gets there? Martha, my dear. I don't know. How does the song go? Martha, my dear, something, something.
The same as Sir Wade.
I should know that.
Also Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Martha. Oh, it's a thing for Clive's chambers, I see.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch?
Whom?
I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Oh, it's this dude. From, like, way earlier on in the game.
Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire?
Marquis. I said it right last time.
The finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
I don't want this guy with... I don't need... What is he gonna... No, get him out of here.
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Alright, man. Great
We
seeing
should be
you.
staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
Okay, one final dilemma remains, everybody. One dilemma remains. What am I gonna have to kill? Diseased yaks?
First we find Isabel.
Did you see that the promo art for the Fallout TV show is AI generated? And, you know, what's wrong with that? You know, Amazon is a little indie company. They only have $50 billion. It's not like they can afford it, you know, to hire an artist and do something so that a lady doesn't have octopus legs.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme.
Again, I have a feeling that's a conversation that is going to take a very, very long time to unpack, and people's emotions are very high. And unfortunately, I think it's kind of here to stay, and people are going to be using it to cut corners.
The two soldiers were carrying...
But when you have a company like Amazon, who has so much money, and they are able to hire as many artists as they need to, that's just embarrassing. That's just very, very embarrassing.
More arrived from the capital this morning.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultima's thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Vinny, what's your feeling on De Novo being implemented into the Nintendo Switch, therefore stopping their piracy on the PC and killing hundreds due to exploding switches? Now, what part of that seems false to you, chat members?
I can't do it.
I have a feeling that the switches aren't exploding. But you know, De Novo is terrible. I feel like after Tears of the Kingdom, though, and if we are truly on the last year of the Nintendo Switch, like now, just fucking count your money.
Madame,
go swimming in a Scrooge McDuck
half the garrison's
gold
been
coin
slaughtered
swimming
by
pool.
those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly.
and sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
Whoa.
What we need to consider is where the
Whoa, not around Jill.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Don't leave me, Pa.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family. They're still in the capital.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right.
Whoa.
Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
It took off the captain's head.
Okay.
I assume you have a plan?
I kind of feel like, tell me if I'm somewhere in the vicinity of correct, chat, but I feel like, okay, world changes, you go back and revisit some locations, and
good girl.
It's just a way to give you a little, like, extra bit of the world before it kind of enters endgame. Are we close to that? Three-quarters of the way through. 1/4 of the game left. I see.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Oh, that's how you do that.
Farewell.
Should I try?
Save your strength.
Farewell.
100 mega thrusts. What an achievement. 100 mega thrusts.
slow. To me, boy.
Dude. Die. Please, please. That's a lot of damage.
Farewell.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
That you?
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Now Clive gets to test the lingus part of his name. How about that joke? Did that make... is that funny?
Our friends seem to have things under control.
Right? Ooh. This isn't strictly a comedy stream.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you'd turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Yeah. Luck.
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
It's Jumbo Josh time.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of
Clive gets super angry.
Nigh limitless power.
And can fight really good.
Limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
Great line delivery there.
I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav.
Oh no, Gav's lost another eye.
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Kanver.
I'm fine, Clive. I can see up me.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map.
Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
He's Jumbo Josh and he does what he wants.
I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Why is every male important character wearing red and black? Well, the Paul McCartney guy and Josh and Clive are all from the same place. They were from Rosaria, and so it's thematically that's their colors. You know, that and Edge, a little Edge.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
We were just a little band. I should have bought something. Wow, a proper Final Fantasy party.
It's like a dream. The four of us.
You got Tifa, Zack,
Enjoying this,
Red 13,
Gavin, the others could be in danger.
and Zell.
You're right. I'm sorry. Jote is a fine scout. If Kanver was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Oh, hang on. I want to just go buy something real quick. I keep reading, when chat types Clive, I keep reading it as Cleave.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price.
I think it's amazing that the solution to having a sword and a shield, or just specifically a sword clipped through a cloak in a video game, was just to move the cloak to one side and then the sword to the other side. Honestly, that's fucking genius.
Let's go.
We're gonna need 8080s GPUs in order to have it so that when an object, say like cloth, comes into contact with an object, it does not go past the object.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
deserve a rest.
Yeah, flare. Try using Heat Wave to counter projectiles. Which one is Heat Wave? Oh, the one that says Heat Wave. Cool. That is really, really fucking powerful. And it's already a quarter of the way charged. You alright, Josh? Josh is smooth criminaling his way into the battle. But he's unable to get there in time, and thus the battle ends. Actually, these enemies are down here. It looks like a gallery. Like, you know when you unlock a game's gallery for its models and it shows you, like, the model walking or doing something? Spent the entire game trying to get this, this fuck back. And this is what he does.
Tell us about Jote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Speaking of Joshua, apparently Queens of the Stone Age had to cancel their Brazil tour. I'm not sure if it's like one location in Brazil or multiple, but apparently Josh got pretty sick. And there were times he was singing, he had to have the audience sing the songs because his throat was fucked, his voice.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our
Which, if you
reasons.
think about it...
Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told.
You're on tour, and every night you're in a place with thousands of people.
Doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion.
Jesus. This fucking guy doesn't shut up.
Thanks, Gal. You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. There's a village not far from here.
I'll go.
Communicating in grunts.
Rest well, soldier.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there. Let's go.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
It's a good thing everyone here has a chocobo.
We're not alone.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
No need to ride from here.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
This reminds me of Metal Gear Solid
There's a
5.
residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
There's like one specific area I'm thinking of. You're gonna extract him?
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor.
What does Marquis mean?
Jote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Just like a lord? Lord?
It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
British nobleman ranking above an earl, but below a
The
duke.
Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Jote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Jote.
Get up, Jote.
You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
What?
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Jote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Kanver. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Yep, Barnabas. One of my many names.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame.
Blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Kanver is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you!
Oh, I thought that was like an omega nut.
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic.
No, Chad, I am not Barnabas.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Kanver with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Yeah, not gonna work.
Enough.
Nope.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Bloodstained
The
cloth
girl is still
graphics,
here,
amazing.
somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Muthos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Muthos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end?
Mayhap.
What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
What does Ultima want? Because, like, these icons are just, like, you just summon them when you need them. So why is this guy... Oh, maybe he wants to get rid of the people so no one summons any... I don't know.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But
Guess
what
we'll
is
find
it?
out.
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, Others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Well, I'm sorry, could you
Clive,
repeat that?
May I tell Jote of the lake?
Can we get the owl to tell us that we didn't understand?
By all means.
Jote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Jote.
Let's find our friends.
Okay. Chat, I am a little worried because I semi-zoned out on the tapestry explanation. Can someone sum it up? No, I'm serious. Like, I didn't even realize I was doing it, but my brain
just plain she cares for you very deep.
just went and receded into itself.
And I her.
Ultima is strong and bad. That's it. They said they think Ultima might be a god. Alright. Yeah, it was only a couple sentences before I caught myself.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her?
Among you? Oh. I don't have my soundboard, never mind.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Jote is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
I heard a pigeon for like a second. Oh, there it is.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Kanver, then.
We'll talk about this later.
I didn't zone out for that, but I heard a pigeon.
You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Where is it? Chat, where's the pigeon? Oh, they're up there.
Opportunity beckons.
I thought he was going to say Oppenheimer tickets.
An ether flood, yes.
Oh, they flew away. I only came up here to get a closer look.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bow.
Chat, it was important to me to at least try to get a closer look at those birds. What was I gonna say? Imagine, you see, Joshua's like, got this weird dude. He's like, I follow him around and chronicle his life. Imagine you had someone that chronicled your life. Like, just walked around and just took notes of everything you did. So that, like, a 40,000 page book could be published one day. That no one would read.
The free city's under siege.
The Vinesauce Wikipedia, so... No, I mean, I don't have a dude walking around writing my life down. That's the difference, is you actually have to have someone, like, actively write the stuff down. Was it a big load, my lord?
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
No. I mean, streams... it's kind of wild to think about how many hours of my life are online. Granted, it's not, like, completely me, and you can't, like, be 100% yourself while being observed. This is something I was thinking about the other day. It's like atoms, like when they observe atoms, and I don't mean like a dude named Adam, I'm talking about atoms.
You're finished.
When a molecule, that's a myth. I don't know, quantum mechanics. I'm sure there's smarter people than I that could debate the veracity of such a statement. However, I would say that most things that are aware they're being observed would behave differently upon being observed. It's just like a pretty obvious thing to me.
Good God.
So I mean, of course, like chronicling someone's life is not 100% accurate. Unless you have like a fucking videographer in your head from birth, unbeknownst to you. Yeah, I don't think there's any real way to get a fully real, accurate. But even then, like, perception is always going to be different per person anyway, so it's a tricky thing. Existence.
It's over.
We are context-dependent entities. We are. Do you ever think about how you act different around different people as well? Like, I have some friends that when we fall back into, like, the patterns that we have, our behavior is different with each other. That's natural, I think.
Clive.
Some people more than others, some people less than others. But yeah, we are very context sensitive.
Context sensitive.
Someone said I act different based on depending on which stream I'm watching. See.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
It's like hanging out with different friend groups that have their own culture. I mean, even just you and one friend is a culture, if you think about it. But yeah, I like this topic. It's an interesting topic, and I feel like, yeah, the observed subject will of course act a little differently than the non-observed subject. But anyway, imagine a dude was following you around with a notebook.
Like thunder.
At least with the stream, I can choose not to stream. Like, it's my choice, like, what to talk about. It's my choice when to stream.
You're late.
Oh, there he is.
I think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Mid.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Oh, his uncle is here too.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
Well,
my lady.
Hey?
Wow, Clive's smiling. That usually only happens when he's hanging out with his uncle.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie
Yeah, that was a
people.
nice moment.
No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into 2 parties. I will make for the Merchants District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Shall we
like,
then?
Clive was like, "Nah, Joshua's gonna be with me. He's gonna be completely fine." All right, let's split up.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
What? Chat. They make airships. They mentioned another airship. Is Mid just inventing an airship, or is she just working on one because the technology exists? Oh, it's just a ship, right? I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things.
Because, like, different Final Fantasy games have different levels of airship. You know, 9, there's airships all over the goddamn place. They're powered by devil energy or whatever. And then some of the games, yeah, like 4, they're just normal. And then there's other games where it's like, this is the first airship. And then in 7, they have helicopters. And then in Sid Highwind's like, I got a blimp. I got a wallop. That's my peppy, Steve. I thought that said Akashic Go Funder. Ah. What a nice attack this is. And that attack gotta stop using that one, because that one fucking sucks.
I needed that.
So chat, I know we really didn't see too much of the game tonight. I really am very tired. I've been sleeping a little earlier lately, so I'm like pooped. I guess I'll just do this one fight. Listen, I wish I could play more, but I wanted to check out Blasphemous. At some point, I would like to put in another 4 hours of this, and I'll probably do that next week. But, you know, again, this is not exactly an easy game for some folks to just sit for 4 hours, especially if they haven't been following the entire, like, playthrough. Wrong move. Wow, finishing move didn't even kill. Don't you dare.
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
But yeah, after the busy work, now the pacing is picking back up. Which, again, you can't just do, like, crazy thing and then another crazy thing and then another crazy thing. I mean, I guess you could, but... So, yeah, now I'm invested again. But I might have to stop here because I'm like... My brain is numb. And I'm tired, so... Stop now, you'll get locked into stuff. Okay. Alright, well, I guess that's it then. Yeah, thank you for watching, chat. I'm gonna try to make it a point to do a substantial stream of this next time I play it, but I appreciate you watching. And, yeah, game is picking back up. I hope you have a good night. I might be live tomorrow. Maybe early. Considering Pikmin, just to make some progress there as well. And if I do early stream tomorrow, which, again, I'm not sure yet, maybe, I may also check out Armored Core 6. So I might try both of those. We'll see. Again, for those that don't know, I did get a key for it. And I probably wouldn't have bought it. 90% wouldn't have bought it. So, getting a key for it is cool. Of course, do not expect a full stream. So, at the very least, I can check it out. AC6 is very short. I hear it's 15 to 30 hours. It's crazy that that's very short. Yeah. 15 to 20. Even still, that's a really wacky definition of short. Because so many games go to, like, you know, 50, 60, 100 hours these days. So yeah, that's not like, I could just knock out the game in one day or anything like that, but maybe if I like it, and if chat likes watching me play it, I would consider more of it. But that's kind of the struggle at the moment, chat. Which games do I stick with? Which ones am I going to have time for? Which ones am I going to enjoy? And which ones do the audience enjoy watching me play the most? So, I have a feeling Starfield is going to be fun, even if it's bad. But other than that, I'm going to continue just working on Pikmin, Final Fantasy XVI. We'll finish these two games, and we will discuss. And I'll tell you what game I'm most interested in playing next. So, who rated? Oh, thank you, UFO person. I appreciate it. Thank you for the raid. I'm gonna go to sleep now. See you soon, and good night. Well, yeah, but I mean, the script has to be good. It can't be just like, hey, Mario, look, my scrotum! Oh, Mario!